Hello everyone, my name is Faith Mutegi and this is my platform, Parenting Conundrums. This is a follow-up to the video concerning what are we to do with our children now that schools are closed indefinitely. And one of the main things that I really wanted to focus on is the life skills and the talent aspect of it. And one of the main life skills that we need to pass on to our children in whatever forms, the sooner the better, is financial literacy. We need to give them a platform where they get to understand money before they fully have to interact with it and have the wins and losses that adulthood comes with. So the crisis has hit us hard. Financially, whether there are some who may have gained from it, but either way, finances have been affected because children are at home longer than we expected. There are some cuts that have happened, whether it's our pay cuts or whatever it is, that basically our finances have been hit. So do our children know the value of money? Do they know the value of self-control when you have to look for your wants? You have to settle your wants, and yet there are some things that you need. So do they even know the difference, or is it all about me? Yes, that's part of their nature, but they need to know that there's a certain aspect of self-control that you can wait it out, and it is much more, it will be worth it, or the pleasure and the satisfaction that comes with waiting is worth the wait. So basically that's the way I would like us to go with today's discussion, financial literacy. And I always pose the question, what is your relationship with finances? How do you act around money? Are you stingy with money? And I'm not, this is just, why, let me even put it this way, it's not even you being stingy. Were your parents stingy with your money? Do you see it as being stingy, or do you now understand, now that you're an adult, even though sometimes we say adulthood is a lie, anyway, we have to bear with it. But if you look back at your own history, your own family background, how was the relationship with money? How was that 1 shilling? How was that 5 shilling? How was money treated in the household? So most likely you have copied exactly what was being done, or you have done the exact opposite, or you have done a mix and match, kind of like a fruit salad. You have picked what worked or what you liked, and you threw out what you did not like and come up with your own strategies. So basically, your relationship with money comes from how did you experience it in your past. And basically, the family unit is your grooming ground or the foundation of it all. So right now, do the children realize, or have there been any changes that have happened? Why it's important to have this conversation is because there are some children, depending, especially in the lower ages, the formative ages, give it 3, 5, 9, before they hit the double digits. If children don't get a substantial explanation about why something has happened in their lives, they take it inwards. Like, I must have done something for this to have happened. Let me use the example of loss and grief. I was a bad child, therefore that's why mommy has left, mommy has passed on, mommy has died. So if you do not explain certain things that used to come so easily every day or every other time to their child, especially for those in the formative ages, they may take it in and say that I must have done something bad for this to have happened. So you need to walk a journey with them. And we are going to see how we can do that. Okay? So, money. I'm very sure there are some Sheng words. There's mula, do. Yeah, it just caught up with me. But there are different words for, especially the Sheng, yeah, where they describe money. So right now, okay, so I've asked you a question. What is the relationship you had in your formative years? And have you picked anything? Have you dropped out anything? Have you tweaked anything? Now it's time to ask the children, what is the understanding of money? Pesa ni nini? So they'll tell you, yes, pesa is the coins, it's the notes, whatever it is. So explore. You can, what is money? What can you do with money? What is your definition of success? You'll see whether especially for the older kids, what is your definition of success? So they'll tell you kupata do, especially if their role models are all these hip hop guys and the way they flaunt money here and there. So you need to have that discussion that money is, so it's the coins, it's the currencies, the different currencies across the world and all that. How do you do this? Start early. Let them know the value of a 1 shilling. That even with 1 shilling, it's better than having no shillings. So that they do not devalue and say that I don't have anything, yet that 1 shilling is what will get to 1,000, will get to 1,000,000. So what is the value of money? So this can be done during family meetings. Yes, family meetings, kamukonjis, whatever you may want to call them, just call it. Have discussions. You can even have thematic days. Just siku hizi ni mambo ya hashtag. So have money Mondays. Have, what are they called? Fridays, financial Fridays. Come up with your own words. You can even look into the business articles or even the news and whatever they use to come up with it. So that now you know on Mondays we talk about money, and can be them, they can even prepare questions in advance. Okay, good. So there's that. Have thematic days, have meetings, get to know how they perceive money. Still on that, where you're starting early, it's, do they know what are needs and what are wants? What is a need? What is a want? Can you save up for something? Can you wait for something to come? Can you have patience? That's the word I'm looking for. You can even write them down in a manila paper, or even let them have a book or something. So food, is it a need or a want? A toy, is it a need or a want? Roof over their heads, is it a need? Is it a want? So basically, you can even have an exercise during those meetings, or even small teachable moments whereby you're like looking at everything in that house and making them aware of, is this a need? Is this a want? Okay? So there's that. So the other thing is, if you're not able to take them to for grocery shopping to the supermarkets because of the health and safety concerns, bring the supermarket to them. Make it fun. So you have gone, you've bought, keep the receipts. Okay, basically on the days that the things that you're able to display. If it's sanitary towels, that will be a discussion. You remember about the sex education and everything? That's a discussion you can have if that is part of of what you'll have bought. But whatever it is, just display it. If it's the onions, if it's the tomatoes, if it's like, make your own supermarket. The name of your family, and then this is a supermarket. Entrepreneurial skills. So let them know the value of the tomatoes, how much, all that. So if you're not able to go to Mama Mboga or to the supermarket with them, let them see that, by the way, this amount of money is what sells, is what I can use to get this amount of nyanyas. Another thing, so that you can tell them about the value of money. Look for the thing that is being used up so fast in the house. If you have teenagers, especially teenage boys, mkate, and all the other snacks. If you have children of any age, okay, those who have been toilet trained, tissue paper, have a discussion. Let them know that, by the way, it's basically like throwing money down the drain if they do not use it well. So instead of you ranting, for them, it's available, especially for the tissue paper. Have your children ever changed the tissue paper in that house? Because the thing about it is, if every time that tissue paper, by the time I use the toilet, the tissue is over, and I don't replenish it, but the next time I'm going to the loo, it's there. There must be a genie, there must be someone taking care of, so why should I be concerned? It is there. So let them know that this is more teachable moments. So there's a phrase that I came across that sums up that aspect of, teach them real world responsibilities, or give them real world experiences without real world stresses. And I say pole pole kwa ajili ya RL. I lived in here for quite a long time. So give them teachable moments. Good. So those are the main things. Save, spend, what, you get the gist. The other thing about it is use other resources. It's still this one of start the talk, have these conversations. So for me, I came across a resource, books. Most of the books here are secondhand, from the secondhand vendors. Those who are on the streets, they're my guys. Talk to me nicely, I can sort you out. Lakini sio mihadarati, sawa sawa. Okay, so I came across this book. Yes, you need to lighting. You have to get the light. Trouble with Money and the Berenstain Bears. So it's a storybook. You may not see it all through, but it's a storybook that helps you to have this conversation with the children. So look for resources. It will be the videos. It will be someone who is financially savvy. Mwenye anajua mambo ya hesabu. Mimi najua mambo ya kuongea. Hesabu is another topic altogether. Moving on swiftly. So, get different resources to talk about money. So, that can be part of your family meetings. Like, let's watch this, let's read this, and then chambue. Good? Good. The other one is inculcate the habit of savings. And savings can be, I am proud to, and I'm familiar that most people have savings accounts for their children, or they have the piggy banks. Good. So, in this, still within this space, you can have containers. Like this is peanut butter jar. You can make it your own. You can purchase shilingi. That's your 40 bob. Anyway, it's still money. So you can have the fancy ones if you wanted to. You can have the container. Just keep it simple, okay? So let it be somewhere where the children can see it, but there should be guidelines that, by the way, this, which is now my main tip, is they need to know that there is some for saving, there's some to spend, and then there's some to give. So that's like the 3-jar method. So you can get 3 jars. It can be this size, it can be bigger, especially for the older kids. One, they write save. What are they saving for? The second one, you put spend. What are they going to spend it on? And then the 3rd jar is for give or share. Save, spend, share. Save, long-term goal, which can be moved to the bank account. Birthday money, whatever else it is. Then when it comes to the spend, what do they want to spend on? Is it a need? Is it a want? And then you can explore that. Then we have the share. Let them know that they can share this money. It's not all about me. They can share. And this can be through donations to less fortunate. It can be the tithe. This is where now you bring in your family faith and you talk about it. So all that. So the habit of saving. And then the saving, let them also know, like even as an adult, we are being encouraged that we spend what we have saved. We don't spend and then save. So this is when you start having these topics over and over again. And depending on the age that you're dealing with, you'll have a richer discussion as you go. And please take it a bite at a time. You're not going to cover all the basics in one day or in one meeting. Slow but sure. That's why I'm saying it's going to be a continuous discussion during family meetings, weekly basis, monthly, whichever the case. Good? Now, my last point, which, yes, I am reading because I do not want to give you I do not want to give you false information. And these are things that I have picked from different discussions, from reading and that kind of thing. Okay, good. So we have said that we start early, we have the habit of savings, and then we look at how do we initiate healthy relationships with money. These discussions now are where you can give real life experiences suitable to the situation and to the age of your child. Explain to them how you got to where you are, such that it's not a miracle. My mom is calm, I am rich. No, the child is not rich. You as a parent are rich. So let them have personal experiences. Give them scenarios or case studies. Let them look into other people's lives and get the lessons from there. So by the time you're looking at all this, it's all about telling them that, by the way, in this season, things might be a little bit different. So this is where you get personal, but appropriate. And give them your journey. Let them know that, by the way, things are tough. Life is unpredictable. So having a personal journey makes them realize that, by the way, it's not our fault, as I said in point 1, but we can still survive. Dad can do this. Mom can do this. We're in this together. So it is all about giving them positive experiences that, in spite of the valleys, the hills and valleys, that you can still pull through. And that is a skill that they need to learn, because it is going to help them in the coming days, as a child, as an adult. So get personal, but realistic and appropriate. So in this entire discussion, let them know the value of money, and all start with that. I didn't have a 50 cent. Who has seen a 50 cent nowadays? So start with this coin. It starts with the smallest, but you also have to determine, where does this coin go? So do you spend it, or do you save it? So kindly do start the conversation about financial literacy with your children and see how it goes. Because indeed, unless we are going back to barter trade, they will be dealing with money in the coming days. So why not equip them here and now? So thank you so much. Kindly do consider subscribing to my channel. I will be trying to see as much to get you as many resources concerning the life skills and how to tide over this season. Good. So thank you so much. This is Faith Motegi, and I have to leave you and love you as we part. Bye-bye. Thank you.